Hi everyone, welcome back to another stream. I hope you've all had a good week and a good weekend. So just before we get started, just while people are filing in, just want to give a quick update. So today's plan was originally to do some challenge mode. I know there's been a few issues with people not being able to make it and things like that because of people being busy for UK Mother's Day and things like that. So I think it's maybe best if we postpone the challenge mode possibly until next week. So I think what we'll probably do today instead, we'll just do some rare drop hunting instead. Yeah, so hopefully we'll do the challenge mode stream next week. It's just, I'm aware I don't really want to try and do it with 3 people because I know that the stage we're up to is a particularly long one. And it's just a bit irritating really to try and do it with 3 people, especially with a force. So for anyone who hasn't seen it as well, Draken briefly mentioned it in chat, but there is a video that's just gone up recently, just this afternoon, which is the beginner guide to Phonium. Now, full disclosure, Phonium is probably the class I have the least experience with in PSO, so take it at face value. Hopefully it's useful, but it is the class I've by far got the least experience in. So I think the plans for next week will probably be, there'll be an NGS video midweek as usual, and then next weekend there'll be another PSO guide, which will probably be for Humor. Hi, Zil. Yeah, also I mentioned this on Twitter as well, but I'm aware that, well, I was made aware that it's apparently daylight savings time just happened for US. It hasn't happened in the UK yet. It doesn't happen until the end of this month. So at the moment there is a bit of a time disparity. So that's why the stream might be at a different time for you today. That's another reason that we had to delay challenge mode, because it just threw everyone off. I had no idea that US daylight savings time was at a different time to the UK. Hi, Zogi, okay. Yeah, 1 scape doll. I think I'll grab another 1 or 2. So yeah, so I think for today we're just going to play some PSO. I have no doubt I'll use all 3 of those scape dolls, but... Good drops, everyone, hopefully, yeah. I mean, it is rare drop week in Ephinea at the moment, so fingers crossed. Oh, you're in the lobby, Minsk. Draken, do you want to restart so Minsk can join in? I'm just thinking with us just starting now. Is it worth us just restarting the quest? Yeah, sure. Yep, we'll be out. It makes sense. We're right near the beginning anywhere, so... One thing I love about Ephinea, that you can just go back to the lobby straight away. So we go again. TTF Sunday take 2, exactly. So what we're doing there is we're farming that beginning hill delt. That's the plan. I haven't even thought about what I really want to hunt in Red Drop Week, to be honest, because I was so fixated on doing challenge mode this week that I didn't really think about it. To be honest, I think this works out quite well as well, because I think next week will be the experience week for Ephinea, which I'm less interested in, so I'm probably better doing challenge mode that week. do need to get my rare Mal to ultimate though next week as well if I can. Oh, hi Reese. The body's ready for experience week. What are you leveling? Rimar and Forma. Oh, cool. Whereabouts are they at the moment? Are they in ultimate yet, or are they quite low level? You officially start moving to your new house next week, so hopefully by DST they should be online. Oh, cool base player. I hope the move goes okay. Oh, they're brand new mostly. Oh, nice. Yeah, no worries if you can't make it base play. Don't worry. Obviously the house move is way more important. I love the range on the Striker with Chow. It's so good. Yeah, I didn't even see the hill delta. It was already dead when I warped in. You might consider making a phonium first time ever. Yeah, I've never really used one. Literally, that guide that I did is my first time using a phonium. Some PSO friends are brand new. Never played PSO before, so I'm taking it slow with them. Oh, cool. First time through is one of the best times, really. Oh, photon drop. Well, I heard a photon drop somewhere. I'm assuming it's in the next room, I'm guessing. Yeah, the first time going through PSO, particularly if you're showing new people the game as well, it's such a good experience. To be honest, that's how I got into PSO in the first place. Yeah, basically the way I got into PSO was one of my friends bought it on GameCube years and years ago and just invited me over one night to play it, and I got totally hooked on it. And then he dropped the game about 6 months later and I just kept playing it for 20 years. Same mostly. Oh, the dragon just got absolutely demolished. So, have you played PSO before then, Zogar? Is it all of you trying it for the first time? Or is it just your friends who are playing it for the first time? You got made fun of because of how obsessed with it you were. I've said this before, but it did become a bit of a problem for me because it got to a point where I was playing PSO instead of doing university work and college work, which was not really a good idea. You know, when your decisions are getting to the point of, right, I could either like pass my university degree or find a sealed J sword, and you're questioning which one to go for, there's a problem. That was the worst double mega kill ever. Yeah, tip my kid to the hospital or PSO. No, I never found the sealed J sword either, so it paid off well. Yeah, it's like the literally took the joke personally. Tell you what must have killed the game back then, freaking hackers and dupers. Yeah, I mean, I've said this on a few streams, but the duping I can sort of understand to an extent on GameCube because it was way too easy to lose all your gear from FSOD, so a lot of people just duped the gear so they didn't lose it. But there obviously was people who did it just to exploit the market and things like that as well. Go through school was hard enough due to ADHD and undiagnosed autism. Use PSO to escape. I think a lot of people did, to be honest. I think, you know, for me, I was massively into games anyway, and a lot of my friends weren't really into gaming that much. A lot of them were just really big into sports, and it just never appealed to me at all. So PSO was my way of just passing the time. Got on GameCube one day, then found the official BB servers. Been playing since 2005, then went to Stack. Yeah, sounds kind of similar to me then. I started with GameCube as well. And then moved on to official Blueburst, and then I think I went to Stack after that, and then to Ephinea. You lost loads of gear to save screen FSOD. Yeah, I lost a character that, well, I lost a memory card of characters to that as well. Want to hear the most annoying sound ever? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the GameCube FSOD noise was horrible. Because you just knew that if you'd heard that, bad things had happened. I really need a V8 one because the casting animation for Giveaway at the minute is so long. It's actually a bit of a problem. It was insane, wasn't it? Basically, it was so loud. Also, the Xbox version had the saving issue as well, with the losing gear. I suppose it kind of makes sense that it would. Ah, part of Baron, nice. Congratulations on that. Pretty good drop, that. You get a line that would get stuck. Ah, okay. Yeah, I never played the Xbox version. God, the guild chicks are doing this sniping thing again. It's so annoying when they do this. You literally stand up and get knocked down again. They only seem to do it online, oddly. Like that. Ah, Trifluid. Oh yeah, PSO Xbox had voice chat, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I think it was the only version that had that. So on the Xbox version, did you have to pay for Xbox Live and for Hunter's License as well? Oof, that's a bit rough, that. Hello, Volop? Thank you. I'm not sure what happened with Volop there. He just seemed to just nope out for a while. Yeah, 3 subs go at Xbox, PSO, and WoW. I hate when it does that. The lock-on with force text is a bit annoying sometimes. It'll lock onto something that you think you're closer to one of the targets and it'll lock onto something else. Follow up, please. There we go. You only had Burnout 3 on Xbox Live, didn't have use of much else. I didn't have an original Xbox. The only Xbox I've had is the 360. That's what I mean about the lock-on. Yeah, it was quite close. Quite like the Xbox 360 as a console. I thought it was a pretty decent one overall. Apart from the whole Red Ring of Death problem it had. Oh, another photon drop. So apparently rare drop increase this week is just photon drop increase. HP material as well though. Yeah, so sorry to anyone who was wanting to see challenge mode today. It's just hasn't worked out. It's the only problem with challenge mode is obviously you do need to have everyone available and everything for it. I'm not blaming anyone who can't turn up here. I appreciate people have plans, but yeah, we will reschedule that to hopefully next week. Is my Glide Divine ability ready yet? Oh, thank God. Oh, we've got the mag trigger as well, nice. Here's your story. One of your friends from the Xbox version, his tag was Wheezy. We lost contact for a long while, and this dude found you on PSU. Oh, nice. Nah, I'm good, Reese. I've already got rest of 30 at the minute. Yeah, so I've got a bit of a similar story to that. So one of the guys I used to play PSO with for years and years and years, we played all the way through PSO, most of the way through PSU. Yeah, if you want to do a Photon Blast chain, I can just donate. Do it in the boss room if you want. Yeah, so we played all the way through PSO and all the way through PSU. And then we lost contact a little bit because he didn't go on to PSO2, where I went on to Japanese PSO2 instead. And then I was watching a streamer on Twitch, a Monster Hunter streamer called SD Shepherd. And I noticed this guy's name in chat, and it was really familiar because it was a PSO character name that I used to play with. So I just messaged him out the blue and just said, "Did you play PSO by any chance?" And he was like, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "I think I know you from years ago." It turned out that we were both randomly watching this Monster Hunter streamer, like years later. Such a weird coincidence. Oh, please let me cast grants. Yeah, it was pretty insane. It's just because the guy had quite a unique name on one of his characters. So when I saw it, I was thinking it's either a really weird coincidence. And I'd seen him in chat a few times, and there was one stream where I saw him mention PSO, and I thought it must be the same guy, surely. So I just messaged him. And he was like, "Yeah, I used to play PSO. How'd you know?" And I was like, "I think we played for like years." Yeah, I tend to use the same character names quite often, but I've got a lot of characters that I use. I don't really know if Jellin does anything to Dark Fault, but I've done it anyway. Oh, you're into Monster Hunter as well, Zug? Yeah, I was never into it until World, and I got it through World, and World I've played nearly as much as PSO now. I am hopelessly addicted to World and Iceborne. Played Rise and Sunbreak as well, but I didn't enjoy them as much. Oh no. I'll take that. The clutch reverser. Why is it always this phase of fault that's the problem? Rafoy's fine. Deal with that. If it just never did Rabata, it'd be fine. Unfortunately, it does do Rabata. He's doing the HP steal on me for some reason. Divine Punishment doesn't really bother me now because I know I can survive it. Yeah, it's great, isn't it, Zale, when you just see someone that you haven't seen for ages, just through like a shared interest. I mean, I've met loads and loads of friends through PSO. There's tons of them I still keep in contact with now. It is nice with a force that you can still hit him when he's got the shield up. I hate that with Hunter. That went really smoothly this time. Second phase is still a pain, but the final one's not too bad. Yeah, I absolutely love Monster Hunt now. I went back and played a bit of Generations Ultimate. Haven't played a huge amount of it just because I'm not a massive fan of playing it on the Switch. But I'll definitely be getting Monster Hunter Wilds when it comes out. I see no red ring. Oh, leveled up nice. The game, it's saving the red ring for us. It's making us work for it. These things, because our smaller community is in the big scheme of things, it's a good chance of all being in a lobby with one another. Yeah, you're not wrong. Because even on NGS, I mean, the community for NGS really isn't that big. I think I looked it up on Steam chart, and I think there's around about, it was 12 or 1300 people on Steam NGS. Now, they only cover Steam, obviously, so there will be more through Windows Store and console versions, but it is quite a small community, and I think the Phantasy Star community has always been pretty small and close-knit. Wow, I actually used no fluids. I think I used a couple, but got replacements. That's a rarity with Fornuel. Oh, you love Try Ultimate? Yeah, I mean, I've seen streamers like Shepard playing a lot of those. Some of the older games do look really fun. Unfortunately, I think there's no real way of playing. Is it 3U and 4U that you can't really play at the moment because they've just closed the 3DS store recently? On Red Ring Day, I'll buy all regulars a chocolate or candy bar of their choice. Yeah, under £1. I mean, yeah, you can't go crazy. It is scary though how much time I've put into World. I didn't even think I would enjoy it because I think I'd played a little bit of Freedom Unite. It was a demo years ago, and I couldn't really get into it. But yeah, when I got into World, it just hooked me completely. There's something about Monster Hunter World, and I don't know what it is, but something about it rings something similar with PSO, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the hunting side of it. You know, you're essentially hunting for like rare parts to make things, but something about Monster Hunter World kept me hooked in the same way PSO does. I'll get a milk tray selection box. Sounds good. Oh, hi, Zil. Things that be on the internet, and if you know where to look, things seem to happen. It's on the same note as PSO, yeah. I mean, I know I've seen in a couple of interviews where they've mentioned that. I think let me get this right. So I think when Capcom made Monster Hunter, they cited that Phantasy Star was one of the PSO was one of the influences for it. And then when Sega made PSO 2, they cited Monster Hunter as an influence. Hi, Parky. Okay. Yeah, having a pretty good day so far, yeah. Pretty quiet one, really. Just, you know, do a bit of PSO for the stream. And just, earlier on, just been making I've been making a model kit of the Huniwell from PSO 2. I put a few pictures in Discord of where I'm up to with it. It's a lot more work than I thought it was going to be. So we're going to do TTF. Is there anything that anyone's hunting in particular that we can exploit rare drop rate rig for? For me, I'm mainly after, I suppose, V801, but I think that's more rare enemies, isn't it? So I think that's a bit of a waste hunting in rare drop week. V101 or V801. I mean, how about, what if we do something like Oh, it's Pinkle for rare drop rate for V801. What about if we do something like, what Point of Disaster? We did that last time. We could maybe do a Point of Disaster run. I believe you discovered why you stopped playing PS0. You got to the boss of the Dark Shrine and died with your phone new and hard. I'm cool with whatever ID, Draken. I'm not too familiar with the F4 drop chart yet, to be honest. So if there's anything that people are after in particular, feel free to make the game. Yeah, I need to try PS0 at some point. Obviously, we'll have to probably emulate it now, but it looks pretty interesting from what I've seen. It's just I never got a chance to play it when it released. But yeah, it seems to be a strange thing that I think a lot of PSO fans end up playing Monster Hunter. Yeah, sounds good. We can try for V101. Blue Adoshi dropping it today, get to it. Yeah, ideally with Anguish off, yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'll probably get one shot by the boss anyway, so to me it makes no difference if there's Anguish on or not. Yeah, no worries, Draken. Yeah, I can't see Blue Adoshi dropping. It's just the drops for it aren't great. So I can get it on my Skyly, but it's from a rare enemy. So although it's rare drop week at the moment, we still need the rare enemy to show up, and it's quite a rare enemy. It's from Dolphin Eclair, which is like a mini boss. No Anguish. Sounds good. I do want a Blue Adoshi at some point, though. I used to have one on my Huniwell on the Sega servers. We set to level 4 Anguish. We have 2 characters made on Blueburst, Ricoceel and Aphonium, Whitehall and Yellowboars. Cool, yeah, I don't think we've got Whitehills or Yellowboars at the minute, so that'd be quite good, actually. They're both really, really solid IDs. Whitehill, I say in pretty much all my PSO videos, Whitehill is just an insanely good ID. And Yellowboars, I think Yellowboars is fantastic, personally. Yeah, Phonium's insane, actually. I say, Matt, doing this video was actually the first time I've replayed one. I couldn't believe how good they were. Which is really annoying because I really don't like how they look. I can cope with like the crazy platform shoes and clown hat on Phonium well because it's kind of cute. But Phonium, I don't know. Not a big fan of the look, really. But they are ridiculously strong, though. Gonna make a Yellowboars and a Whitehill eventually. Ah, cool. Yeah, I do have a Yellowboars Hukaseel, which is really, really low level at the minute. Phonium is named Wiggles. Great name. I mean, I get what they were going for with the look. You know, it's kind of like a jester look. I get it. I just don't like it. On Phonium, I can get by with it because it does just look cute. Yeah, so we've got space for one more if anyone wants to join in. I think we're going to do a Point of Disaster run. Just like Draken said, there's anyone's welcome. So we're on Limerace Block 2. Password's always stream if you want to join in. It's been quite interesting doing these PSO guides though, because there are classes I'm just not as familiar with. So it's been kind of eye-opening, learning what the strengths and weaknesses are. Because I think I've mentioned this before, but although I have literally thousands of hours in PSO, almost all of that is on Hunuel. Yeah, Phonium seems really good just because of the boost to the Gi and Ratex. You know, having the boost, particularly on the Ratex and Gifoy as well, just seems ridiculously useful. Plus, the only downside is that you don't have extended support range and anything, so you're not as good at support, but you can get around that with gear. Format, I would say, is definitely a more advanced class to use. There's a lot more nuance to use than that. William also has access to most S ranks, and he also melts enemies with an 85 hit Spirit Vulcan. I have most experience playing Remar. Highest is 136, lost to FSOD. I feel you on that. And Huxil also lost to FSOD. Yeah, I think my worst loss to FSOD was about a 1-3. I think she was 136 as well, actually, Hunuel. Who then corrupted 2 more times after that. And then I made it her again, and she's got to about level 165 on GameCube. And then Blue Blast launched and I went to 200 with another Hunuel. I've got a bit of a Hunuel problem. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a way to tell what difficulty you're on in Ep4 because the lobby always looks the same. You cannot thank Optimus Prime enough. The thing is, with my FSOD, it wasn't even... I didn't even notice a person do it. I was in a TTF run and I was warping to the Silver Dragon, and I think the game just froze while it was warping. And just corrupted all the entire memory card. Well, the PSO save anyway. So yeah, I suppose the only way to tell if it's ultimate would be to literally go down to the surface and kill something and see how much experience you get. We can always just restart it if it is in normal. PSO PTSD hour. Alright, that looks like ultimate. Yeah, I'm sorry if this has given anyone any painful memories of PSO. Thankfully, you don't have that on Blue Burst, so that's good. You know the exact time it happened because right before it happened in the lobby, and Optimus was in a red chair floating above the desk, as you do. And he says, "Have fun, everyone," and then we get kicked out. Yeah. Some people were just purely on there just to grief others. It sucked. Oh, you lost a Humor to it as well. Yeah, GameCube was brutal for that. much as I love PSO GameCube, it was terrible for glitches and bugs like that. Darfon, why you have to hurt so much? Demons is so good on Darfon though. Just cuts its health so quickly. Yeah, same base player. It was just, there's like absolutely nothing you can do. You're just kind of hoping that, you know, maybe you have to turn it off and turn it back on again. Maybe it'll fix things. You're just hoping that you don't have to reformat the cards or anything, because you know, obviously you put loads and loads of time into these characters. I kind of feel like chat's become like a counselling session now. Have you been affected by FSOD? Yeah, we've all been that. Unless, of course, you start with Blue Burst, then you probably don't have any idea about it. But anyone who played the Dreamcast version, did FSOD happen on Dreamcast, or was it just a GameCube and Xbox thing? Yeah, I didn't really play Dreamcast much. Well, I didn't play it at all when it launched because I didn't have a Dreamcast at the time. I've only gone back and played it a little bit, so I've got no idea if it affected the Dreamcast version. Oh, you lost one as well, AJ? Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, join the club with everyone else here. It's almost like a badge of honor if you've played GameCube. You've probably lost a character to FSOD at some point. You never lost one, Minsk. That's very, very lucky. Yeah, were you affected by FSOD on GameCube? Did you lose characters, items, whole save files? Then you could be entitled to compensation. Yeah, I'm so glad it doesn't happen on Blue Burst. The problem is that I am kind of scared of playing my GameCube version now, because my GameCube's laser's not doing too great anywhere, and I really just don't want it to just freeze mid-game. The other reason is because I've got some of my younger brother's characters on there as well, and he's not actually with us anymore, so it's sort of really, really precious to me. So I just really don't want to lose those characters. Not to get too real or anything, but I'm always really, really hesitant whenever I load my GameCube, because I don't want to lose anything. Which is why I tend to just play Blue Burst now anyway. Yeah, I'd heard that there's a way to like back GameCube data up. I need to look into that and see if I can do it. Is it easy enough to do, to back up a GameCube memory card? Because if you can, I might just do that. Oh, no worries, basically. Yeah, it happened quite a few years ago. Yeah, he was a big PSO fan as well, so I've got loads of good memories and everything with him playing PSO, but it's just, yeah, I just do not want to lose his characters. GCMM is what you use to back up your GameCube saves. Oh, thanks for that. I'll look into that. Congrats on the level up. Yeah, didn't really want to bring the stream down with that, but yeah, it just dawned on me when I was thinking about my GameCube date, and I just thought I hadn't thought about that for a while. I've just remembered that all of his character data's on there, so yeah, I am not losing that. Use Nintendo on Wii, which is the definitive way to play GameCube. Yeah, I used to have a Nintendo Wii, but I got rid of it quite a few years ago. Sorry to hear that, Minsk. Yeah, I'd seen that as well, bass player. There's been a few stories like that actually recently. There was one about, I don't know if you saw it, about Tekken 8. I think it was Tekken 7 actually. So basically there was a guy in there and he said that I think it was one of his family members' like ghost data for Tekken. And he used to go on and fight against his family member's ghost. And he was worried that he was going to lose it. So Harada, the director of Tekken, has basically made it so that his ghost data is going to be made available. So when the actual like director of Tekken's got your back, you know, I thought that was really, really cool. Hopefully I can catch that with Giffey. Good. Yeah, I suppose it's nice to see that, like, you know, in really sort of difficult times, I think that sometimes the gaming community can come together really, really nicely. Obviously, there's a lot of really bad stories in gaming as well, you know. But I think when things like this happen, sometimes I think the community does come together. It's nice to see. Yeah, I'll look into that about backing the memory cards up. Because I'm really not sure how much longer my GameCube is going to last. I'm not surprised my GameCube is worn out with the amount I played PSO on it. About Elder Scrolls Online is that you can join guilds. One guy after he passed was given an in-game funeral and all 3 player factions came together to give him a send-off. They paused the game war for it. Yeah, it's like, I've seen a few things like that for various different games. It is always like really heartwarming to see things like that. That's why I think online gaming is such an important thing, really. Like, you know, I know a lot of people give it a lot of stick, but there's so many positive stories from online gaming as well. You know, people who've made, like, you know, long time friendships through it and everything. And I think there's a lot to celebrate about it. What you could do is get a memory card reader back up. You could transfer it to the Dolphin emulator and go from there. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll look into that. Because if I can save my GameCube characters, that would be a huge, huge deal. Make 10 cloud backup copies. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. I mean, it's not even have I have any really great gear on GameCube or anything. You know, I never found anything crazy rare on GameCube, but it's just what the characters mean to me. Even if my brother's work characters weren't on there, it'd still be worth a ton to me just because I put literally years into those characters, and yeah, the amount of times I play with people. It's just like all the memories that you've got of playing with everyone as well. It's just, yeah, it's worth a lot more than just the characters, if you know what I mean. And then you have Minsky deleted his characters. I'm gonna heal because I'm sure there's a trap around here somewhere. I suppose that's the only downside with Blue Burst, really, though, is the fact that, you know, at some point I imagine Ephinea will close. Not that I want it to anytime ever, but I would imagine, you know, at some point it's going to go down. And I suppose the downside with Blue Burst is that when the server goes down, you lose everything. You know, I've already gone through it once on Sega, which kind of sucked. But yeah, I suppose you can download your account, can't you, on Ephinea? I have done that, actually. So I suppose the intention is that you could download it and then you can use the Tethiala client to run your own LAN server or something and use your character data on there. You're over it. Yeah, it hurt me because I had a level 200 Huniwell on Sega server, so losing her was not easy. I've got synchro. Are you going to try and do the Estella trick on on the boss? Yeah, no worries. I'll try to. Yeah, I did the same, Zale. It was really weird, but man, actually. So when I transferred her over, there was a weird bug with my Huniwell, and for some reason, when she transferred over, she was level 201. Basically, she was level 201. As soon as I killed something, she would level back down to 200, but her experience would be higher than a level 200 character, and she got a health bonus from leveling up to 201, so she actually had more health than every other Huniwell on the server. But it wasn't anything I'd done. That was very unfair placement there. Where's the red one? He would come out of the ground right over there. How did I survive that? Can you please stop hitting me like the second I'm trying to heal anyone? Three health and a dream. Oh, I always do this. I'm just not used to having a photon blast with a phone well. Whatever, it's fine. I'm actually really surprised that I survived that. There we go. Yeah, I love this fight. I really like the music for this fight as well. I think it's two different boss themes depending on which version of the boss you get, but both the boss themes are just really good. Yeah, so this is the only actual main boss in episode 4. There's like there's actually 3 versions of it. So there's like a regular version. This is a version that only appears in this quest. And then there's a rare version, which can be a rare version of either of them. Keeps coming out the ground in really annoying places. I'll just take the barter cast because I can't get near him. So yeah, this is essentially like the final boss of episode 4. Alright, which hole's he hiding in? He's in the right-hand side one. You just turned on the music to hear the music. The music for this boss is really good. Yeah, it's a bit strange in episode 4 how there's only one boss. I find it odd that there's no boss for Creator. This one drops, I think it's Dragon Scale. Yeah, I knew I was going to die there. I think that beam does 900 fixed damage, which is a problem when you've only got 845 health. It's also a problem because he spams that beam. I'm going to die again here. Yeah. Yeah, just wait for it inevitably to just kill me instantly after this. Oh, we actually got through it. Nice. I'll take that. Let's me survive for about another 5 seconds. Because there we go. Annoyingly, I don't think there's really any way of avoiding that. I think it's just, well, you just need more health. Funny thing is, he's got this like big beam attack he does. I'm just going to hide here a second. He's got a massive beam that he does in the center of the arena as well, which for some reason seems to do less damage. This beam here. This is like his super attack, I guess. Yeah, so this boss, they never kind of explain exactly what it is to an extent, so... Ah, there we go. So, from what I understand, it's been a while since I've done the Blueburst story, but I think a meteor hits the planet and he's connected to the meteor. I can't remember the exact specifics of it now. I know it's connected to that 4 New World Rupika. I can't remember the actual link. If anyone in chat wants to fill me in, feel free. It's been a while since I've done it. But yeah, this one, it's not like Falter Floor, this one, so there's no one who's sort of been possessed or anything as such. Yeah, I really need to do the government quest in episode 4 again at some point to remind me what the actual story is. I do want to do some lore videos on PSO at some point, so it would be an ideal time to sort of refresh myself with that anyway. What I mean, Minsk, is so obviously for Falton Floor, it's, you know, obviously no spoilers for a 20-year-old game, but you know, it's obviously Rico and Flowen. Yeah, the lore for episode 4 is a little bit flaky and a bit half-baked. It does kind of just feel like, hey, here's some more areas for you. I do like episode 4, but it definitely, for me, doesn't stack up as well as episode 1 and 2. Yeah, I don't mind doing Respected Tomorrow if you want to do that. I mean, I've been destroyed by the episode 4 boss, so I may as well get even more destroyed by Olga Floor. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, we're just kind of told by, by the government, hey, you need to go and sort this out. Big scary thing on the planet. Just you go and get rid of that. I don't fancy doing Olga Flow with 3 people. Yeah, I get why. Yeah, Olga Flow in multiplayer is rough. Especially in Ultimate. Yeah, so hopefully we can do some challenge mode next week. I think we've been doing pretty well so far in it, to be honest, though. We need to get Draken through Caves 2 anyway, because we did Caves 2 actually off stream. Draken had some kind of, I think, power outage or something, if I remember rightly, and dropped out about 10 minutes before the end, which really, really sucks. So we do need to rerun that at some point just to get Draken through it. Power went out, yeah. It was really, really bad timing. We were literally about 10 minutes from the end. It's a really annoying map, that in KF2 as well. There's so many nano dragons in the map. I was basically running with no monofluids at the end. When you have to resort to meleeing things with a cane, it's not great. Yeah, I don't mind doing a Lost Soul Blade run if you want to do that. Sounds good. Yeah, the PC controls aren't bad base player, so you can still use a controller with it as well. Works perfectly fine with the controller. It's just that you've got some extra PC controls you can use as well. So you've got the hotkeys you can use with your number keys. But really, I mean, if you've played GameCube, you can just configure a controller to work the same. Yeah, so I managed to get the Pro Controller working, but there's still a really weird thing with it. So it will work now. I mean, I'm using it at the moment. But for some reason, I have no idea why. The first time I load PSO, it doesn't work. But then if I exit PSO and reopen it, it works fine. And it happens every single time. I don't know what causes it, but the first time it just will not respond at all. But then if I close PSO and reopen it, it works absolutely fine. So still not entirely sure what the issue is. I do have a replacement controller coming soon though anyway, because my Switch Pro controller is starting to go south anyway. Yeah, it could be a thing with Steam input, so I might look into that and just see if it can fix it. I mean, it doesn't take long to close PSO and reopen it again, but it's just a little bit irritating having to do it every time. So yeah, if you want to do a Lost Soul Blade run, I'm up for that. Is there any ID you prefer for it? So obviously, Red Ryu is for Kasami Bracer. I think green is Green LV101, I think. And I have no idea what Purple Num gets from Sinnoh's. Yeah, I can't remember what the Purple Num drop is now for Sinnoh Blues. I'm assuming it'd be something good because they normally drop something decent. Are you going to have some? Feel free to do a run without you. No worries. Moolah. Oh, that's not great. Yeah, 2,125 TP, and yet it still isn't enough. I still need to get a limiter, to be honest, for Adept. Just try and cut down on the TP costs, and a Sorcerer's Cane ideally as well. Oh, Cincester is on Purple Num Sinnoh Reds. Yeah, because I know Skylight does get Cincester in mines as well, but it's from a Barons, and the drop rate is terrible. It's like, I think it's like 1 in nearly 12,000 or something from a Barons. It's just, you're never going to get that. You can pass the drop chat torch to Park. Yeah, it's like I said, if it's a Skylight drop chart, I'm fine with it. I can remember it pretty much from memory, which is kind of scary. I'm just wondering if there's some like important information that I should be remembering instead of the Skylight drop charts. That are really never going to be that useful to me, but yeah, pretty much any other ID I have to look at drop charts for. Draken, do you want me to gel on the Sinnohs or not? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I just don't want to gel on them and then kill you instantly. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I won't bother. Did I do my university thesis on Skylight drop charts? I probably would have passed it if it was on that. don't like using Giffey on these guys. They're getting too quickly. And Mum's birthday is 1 in 23,000. Donna Gibble's very hard. I hate that noise that the cannon bins make. It always seems like it's way louder than everything else in PSO. It's still not quite FSOD loud, is it? Yeah, little bit more tolerable than that. So yeah, I think that the plan will be for next week's stream, hopefully challenge mode. The week after that, we'll play it by ear. It depends on how we do with challenge mode, really. So if we get quite far through it, we might just continue challenge mode still. We're just going to have to see how it goes on the next stream, really. Sinners are so annoying in multiplayer. Yeah, I'm just getting hit a lot using Giffey. Might have to switch it up. Be gutting in, but I may have to set up next stream due to house move. Try hardest. Yeah, like I said, best player, no worries. I'm, you know, obviously your house move is way more important than coming to the stream. To be fair, I think, you know, I think for the majority of streams we have a really chill chat anyway for the most part, so I'm not worried at all. Yeah, Rough helps quite a bit here because it's one of the few ways I can actually hit things on the other side of the fences. For some reason, Foy can't seem to go over the fence. update. Got a few ideas lined up for the channel for videos anyway. So obviously we're going to do the PSO class guides and get through all those first. Once I've done that, I know a few people have been asking for some more PSU videos as well, so I probably will start looking into that as well. There is quite a few other PSO videos I want to do as well. It's still kind of crazy, like, even though I'm an NGS content creator, at the moment it's so much harder to do NGS videos than anything else. It's just unfortunate that I think NGS is kind of in a bit of a dip at the moment for content. There's not as much to do in it, so we'll try and do one NGS video a week still, but we might have to potentially do some more PSO, PSU content if things get particularly dire. I can still clip that Sinnoh with Reflow from here, that's good. I am always open to suggestions as well for the channel as well, so this isn't just me doing this. So if anyone's got anything that they would like to see for any of the Fantasy Side games, feel free to either drop it in chat or let me know, you know, DM me on Twitter or anything. So if there's anything you want to say, just let me know. I am happy to sort of take requests into consideration as well. Seems leveling quite fast actually, considering it's not experience week. Quite hard to get a cast in sometimes on these Sinnoh Reds. I've also got some gear to use as well to capture some footage of some of the PSP games. I'm just debating what the best way of doing that is at the moment. I'm thinking I may just end up emulating them instead. Although I do have the gear to do it, it's the output footage isn't great. I wasn't really happy with it, so I think I'm probably just going to emulate that for those videos, just so you guys get a bit better quality on the video. Yeah, I looked into it a little bit, and it looked like there was possibly a way of doing it. I mean, worst case scenario, I can just capture the footage from the PSP. It's just that it will be really, really low resolution and will look terrible. Why'd they have to make Sinnoh Red the exact same colour as the rare box? No, yeah, the amount of times that I've seen like a Sinnoh Red exploding and mistook it for a red box. Brutal, man. Yeah, I'd like to do some videos on Infinity, really. It's still one of my favourite Phantasy Star games. I absolutely love it. Oh, nice. B101. Actually getting a rare drop in Rare Drop Week. Nice. I'll be really, really useful for my Uniwell. It finally happened. And all it took was dying over and over and over again as a Uniwell. Yeah, I think that's probably like that's one of the biggest drops I've had on Ephinea, that I think. I've got no idea what the drop rate is on it, to be honest. And it'll be boosted at the moment anyway with the rare drop week, but I'm really happy with that. So we're getting a second one today, right? Yeah. I mean, oh, yeah. Well, you know, we'll get 3, obviously 1 for each of us. Now you're flabbergasted. Your ghast has never been so flabbered. Unindubitably. I want to say it's about 1 in 2 or 1 in 3,000, but I can't remember. It would be nice if they would drop me a Kasami Bracer on my red rear, you know, considering I've been spamming it for the entire red drop week last time. People say Maze Balls, I prefer fantastic cookies. See, I like this, being able to hit these from here. So I really, really don't want to be in there with those Sinnohs. Yeah, well done, Fala fam. And on that subject, just the usual once a stream plug. Memberships are open on the channel if anyone's interested. Just hit join underneath the video if you're interested in joining. There's a few different tiers you can join at as well, so if you are interested, it's there. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Because I absolutely despise shilling myself. Is the Glide Divine ready? Yes, it is. Cool. Is that the best rare drop we've had so far? I know Silence Claws are pretty high, but this is pretty cool. I'm not wasting the Glide's ability on those. Yeah, I think it is probably up there. I'm trying what else we found on stream, to be honest. I know I got a few decent drops last week, so I got this Glide Divine last week. And think we got, what was it? There was a Star Cuirass and a Heavenly Look, I think, but V101 is like way above those. You know, V101 is, you know, it's without doubt one of the best units in the game, so... It's nice to actually see something good drop for a change. Makes you think like the rare drop boost actually doing something. And that, you see what you've done there, base player, is you've mentioned the curse word, which is Final Impact. And what has just dropped is a Final Impact. That's us well and truly back to usual now. We just need a silence claw to drop now, and then we've got like the usual squad. Maybe a Justy as well. Alright, I am going to use the glide ability here because this room is not nice. I'm hoping it'll trigger my mag ability, but yes, nice one. Yeah, so if anyone who doesn't know, you can use the Glide Divine ability. Because it drops your HP to 1, it can actually trigger your mag. Your mag has like a low HP trigger for an ability it can use. And on Nidra, it's invincibility. So I can sometimes trigger invincibility just by using the Glide's ability, which is really nice because it means I can decide when to use invincibility. Obviously, it doesn't trigger all the time, but it is really, really nice. Yeah, if we do get another, if I do get another V101 drop, I'll give it to Draken if the one drops in this run. And if Minsk's in the run as well, we can just decide who gets it. Not that I think another one will drop necessarily, but you know, you never know. Oh, you've already got a V101. Okay. Yeah, well, I'll give it to Draken then if one drops for me. Just give yourself another job, go through past streams and record all the rare fights. I know these boxes spawn a lot of guild chicks. Crazy how fast his character goes through a TP at the moment, though. You know, literally use the glide ability at the beginning of the room, and by the end of the room, I'm nearly empty again. This is where it'll start to really, really suck for me because Barons is a horrific for forces. We can all stop trying to generate TP. We can go home now. Yeah, I think although Giffey is generally just a better technique than Raffoi, I think for here Raffoi might actually be a bit more useful just because the Guild Chick's getting on me too quick if I use Giffey because the casting animation's so long for it. Oh, I'd forgotten about this part. It's been so long since I've done Soulblade Mine too. What I'll do is I'll rebuff actually. Yeah, there's a lot of these traps in Soulblade where it like hems you in a small part of the room. And unfortunately what you get a lot of in mine too is Baronzas. See, so if I use Foy there, the laser fence stops it, so I have to use Raffoi instead. At least it's a little bit easier with an android though, because at least the traps can sort of distract the Sinnohs for a bit. The gorilla on a tiny bicycle robot. Yeah, I can't unsee that now that you've mentioned that last stream. Yeah, only one yet. Oh, here we go. Force is just kind of a bit useless on Barons. Well, certain forces are, i.e. Fournuel. They're just not really weak to anything, so... I think in single player they take a little bit more damage, but... Yeah, multiplayer just kind of hope you can freeze them and let someone else kill them. One on its own is not too bad. It's when you get multiple. There's just not much room to move at all. I really need to sort my Fournuel's palette out at some point because I need a way of being able to quickly use Rester when I've got a Photon Blast, because at the moment it's on my secondary palette, which is not ideal. I should probably just swap one of my simple attacks, to be honest. That's a ton of Sinnohs. Sinnoh Reds are a problem as well because... See, I can't really gel on them because if I gel on them, they'll just combos to death, but they can use Shifter. It does help when you've got a Hue cast with charge Vulcans. So has anyone else in chat, has anyone found anything good in the Red Drop week so far then? Got quite a few levels on this phone you all the stream so far, considering it's not the experience week. Oh, you haven't been on PSO all week until now. Yeah, I saw you say on Discord that you were taking a break from PSO. I think was it yesterday or the day before. Whereas I'm sort of forced to take a break during the week because usually by the time I finish work on a night, by the time I've sorted everything out when I get home, there's not a whole lot of time left, so it kind of forces me to take breaks from PSO. Yeah, probably good thing, yeah. To be fair, I mean, you know, when I used to play PSO back on the Sega servers on GameCube and Blueburst, you know, it was pretty much every night that I just played PSO for hours, so I've done my time then, so I can afford to, you know, have a little bit of a break here and there. Oh, you have sleep apnea, best player. So interesting little link. So I currently work in healthcare as like my main job during the week, and I work in a sleep team. So I work with sleep apnea patients. I really, really do not like this room. And just about get the cast off and that's it. Problem with these is they get the missiles off quite fast, so it's quite hard for me to get the Rabata in and freeze them before the missiles come out. I mean, you can do the old strat of running around them, but... ...42 to 57 apneas a night. Yeah, so I basically... So when people get referred in, we do it's like a diagnostic test before people are like admitted to the actual sleep team, and I basically sort all those out. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be there, though, because I've applied for some other jobs recently, so... I mean, as much as I would love to do this full-time, it's not really viable at the minute. We're quite a way off that. No, I'll try fluid there. I don't trust trying to use the glide's ability when there's about 1 million Sinnohs about to hit me. Some of the spawns in this quest are brutal. I can't see anything apart from Sinnohs. At least I got tri-fluid after that room. Yeah, I really don't like it when you get a few Sinnoh reds because they kind of mess the spawns up because you can't really gel on them. So they just get to use shifter. Oh, no worries, Dragon. Oh, cheers, yeah. Yeah. Dropped in a man one. Oh, you wear one of the face masks. It's like a CPAP machine. I really don't like that Barons can hit me from here. Yeah, so we basically do the test before the CPAP. Never really thought I'd be talking about what I do at work on in a PSO stream, but here we are. Yeah, this is gonna really, really suck. Like trying to take care of these when there's a laser fence in the middle. No, no worries, basically no. I'm happy to talk about it. No, no, it's fine, don't worry. Not really liking my chances of survival here. Yeah, no worries, Jack. I mean, I'm dead as hell. There we go. Yeah, we're just in mine 2 at the minute, Minsk. Don't think you can join mid quest, so should keep for the Discord. No, no, I'm happy to talk about things like that. So yeah, if you wanna bring stuff like that up, that's fine. It's up to you what you share in chat, really. Ah, we didn't get a chance to get a pipe up. It's a shame. Yeah, it's a lot of enemies to take care of, isn't it? For no healing circles. Honestly, the worst thing is just how the Sinnohs work in multiplayer. You know, in single player, you get that little grace period, so when they hit you, there's a little bit of invulnerability before they can actually hit you again. But you just don't have that in multiplayer. Hence, just getting comboed to death. I don't mind dying in this anyway because my mag has no synchro anyway. Trying to raise your synchro on a 40-year-old mag is just next to impossible because you just get killed so easily. We'll remember to drop a pipe this time, just so we'd have to run all this back again if we die again. The good news is by doing this as well, we're on both on the same side of the laser fence, so that makes things a little bit easier. Any tips for getting a good armor for a 78 humor? Trying what's actually usable at that level. So at that level, a lot of the really decent armors you won't be able to use yet because they'll be well above level 100 requirements. But what you can do, so one option you could go with is you could go with something like a spirit garment. Now, Spirit Garment itself is not a great armor. Its defense and evade are not brilliant. But the advantage of getting a Spirit Armor is it's usable at 71. I think it's 71 anyway. Might even be lower than that, but I think it's 71. But the big advantage of using a Spirit Garment is... I'll be with you in a sec once I've tried to get out of this terrible situation I've got myself into. I think I need to try and get these to suicide, to be honest. There we go. Much easier. So, yeah, what I'll maybe do is, if you go for a Spirit Garment, what you can do is then, when you get to a higher level, you can actually upgrade it into a few different other armors that are better. So you can do things like, you can use a Star Amplifier on it to change it into a brightness circle. You could change it into, I was going to say Love Heart, but I think Love Heart's female only. You could change it into, at high level, you could change it into an aura field as well. Now, they will have lower stats than ones that you find normally, but it's an option you can go with. There's a few arms I think you can use at about level 76, so I know there is things like the custom frame that you can use, or Flowen's frame, and possibly DB's armor as well. Again, they're not fantastic armors, but they're probably better than a lot of the non-rare stuff you can get at that level. Typically, though, a lot of your really, really good armors will probably be generally above level 100 to use. Like base players saying as well, it does kind of depend on what your section ID is, and if you've got anyone else you can play with those section IDs, because that'll influence massively what you can actually find. Yeah, Spirit Garment's generally a pretty easy drop. I know on this, I think it's on this character, which is Red Rhea. You get it from, I think it's Gibbles. It's either in hard or very hard. And it's like stupidly easy drop. It's about 1 in 40 from a Gibbles. It's really, really easy to find. Maybe a little bit harder on some other drops, but it's generally not that difficult to get one. As I said, there are much better armors than Spirit Garment. It's just that Spirit Garment's got that option to upgrade it into other things if you want to as well. You can also go with things on the same line of thinking. You can also go with things like a stink frame. So a stink frame, again, is not brilliant, but you can upgrade that several times as well to upgrade it into better armors. For that, though, you would need to be online because the item that you need to actually convert it is online only. Yeah, 1 in 47. Yeah, that sounds about right. Greenhill. Okay, so yeah, so if you get into Ultimate, with a Greenhill, you can run the quest Fake in Yellow, which is the one that has all the rappies. The rare rappy in Ultimate for Greenhill drops Guard Wave, which is actually a really, really decent armor for, I think it's about level 101 to equip it. So you could even just go for that. That's what I did with my Greenhill on the old Sega servers. Again, it's not the best armor in the game or anything, but it is perfectly good. Yeah, I think it's a 1 in 2 drop from Pal Rappy, I think. Yeah, like Baseplayer said there as well, for shields, you can look into things like the Del Saber shield as well. That's only about level 41 to equip, and that's actually a really solid one. But for actual armors, though, yeah, I'd maybe look into Guard Wave once you get to Ultimate. If you're on Blue Burst as well, make sure you check the episode 4 drop charts as well, because sometimes they have some decent armor drops as well. Revival Garment. So, I'm not too familiar with Revival Garment. I think... Is that the one that... Does that regen your HP? I think it regens your HP slowly, doesn't it? The Spirit Garment. I know the Spirit Garment has built-in TP regen. It's actually what I'm using on this character at the moment. Probably need to look into upgrading that at some point. Yeah, I'm guessing you're at the level where the missiles don't knock you down. It's the worst thing ever with a hunter that against the Barons is in multiplayer. Get to a point where the missiles just don't knock you over anymore and you just eat all of them. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the Revival Garments. I don't think you can upgrade that though. There's a Sinnoh Blue on the Monster Reader. That's weird. Yeah, I don't see one anywhere. It's mastered the art of going invisible so well that we can't even see it anywhere. It gives us a healing ring right now. Yeah. Light relief's not that good. I think the main reason you use that is for light resist. But I'd probably avoid light relief unless you've got nothing better. I like the dark rooms, this quest. Oh my god, that trap was brutal. I wonder how much damage that trap does. I really, really do not like this room. Oh yeah, I think this is the room that just has tons of barons, isn't it? Oh, they're all Sinnoh Reds. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the Graviton best player. It's alright for defense, but the accuracy can be an issue on some characters because it does reduce your accuracy a little bit. I would just say just have a look at the drop charts and just see if there's anything else that drops. I really don't like Baronses. Yeah, you have to use the strat sometimes on the Barons to get them to kill themselves. Yeah, I think I'll let you go ahead now because I don't really want to run into another 900 damage trap. Yeah, that's a really good option, what Zil said there as well. Some of the shop armors, honestly, some of the later ones are not too bad. And the good thing about the shop is because it does sell quite a few armors, you can just keep looking in the shop until you've got one with decent slots. Oh, you've got good 4-slot armor. Yeah, in that case, then I'd maybe just consider sticking with that. Just until you get to 101 and then just go for something in Ultimate. It's a very weird room. There is a escape doll somewhere. There it is. Yeah, we've got a really helpful chat here. So yeah, if anyone's got any questions about PSO, even if I can't answer them, someone in the chat probably will. So just have a good mix of people who are just getting into PSO for the first time and people who've played it for years. So I suppose the other thing you have to think about as well is if you're going for an armor is, you know, quite often if it's a rare armor, you're probably going to need to use ad slots as well. So it's making sure that you're not wasting ad slots as well. Oh, you played offline in GameCube days? Oh, cool. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, I said it before, but GameCube's where I started with PSO, so... Yeah, to be honest, a lot of the drop charts on Blueburst are quite similar to GameCube anyway. I'm not sure if are you playing Blueburst now or are you playing GameCube again? Blueburst, cool. Yeah, so good thing about ad slots is if you are struggling to find them, you can get them from Paganini's shop in Gallon's Shop Quest. So if you go into that, I think it's only one photon drop for them. So if you've got any photon drops, you can change them in for ad slots if you want. Oh, did it actually drop as a 4-slot armor base player? That is quite rare then if that's the case. I think Volop desyncs every single time we do it multiplayer. Yeah, no, back on GameCube, it was like you find a really nice armor. You'd be like, oh, well, it's got no slots. Yeah, I don't have any ad slots, so I guess I just can't use it yet. Why is it always the one behind you that's the red face on it? It's never the one you're actually looking at. So it did it again. The batter that the Volop does, it seems to be really, really random, the damage it does. Like, sometimes I only take about 200-300 damage, and then sometimes it nearly kills me. So there it nearly killed me. Wonder if it depends on where you stood. Done it again. I paid for my error. TP refill though. The tactical challenge mode TP death. I don't know how much his like crushing arm does in this, so I'm trying to just avoid it. Nice. You're not particularly weak to anything, really, are you? No, that's cool. Force is so good for breaking people out of that bit. There's the strat again for Volopt for avoiding that. Yeah, I usually mention that whenever it happens, but if you get targeted by that attack with Volopt, you just open your menu and run in circles, and it won't hit you. Yeah, Volopt and Ultimate's interesting, so its first phase differs a bit because it uses ice and lightning instead of just using lightning. But the second phase honestly isn't that much different. He's just got the cushion arm things that he does. He tends to just drop them in random places. There's not a massive difference though. Actually, I think he looks a lot better in normal hard and very hard, to be honest. I don't really like how he looks in Ultimate. Good run though. We got, you know, the usual final impact, but yeah, V1-on-1 is a huge get though. I'm really, really happy with that. Yeah, it's like a weird mix of like, it's like biomechanical. I suppose it's, you know, it is intentional. We'll tap this just to make sure, but I'm sure this was a final impact. Yeah, the V1-on-1 and dropped in Mime 1. Wasn't expecting it at all. There we go. There's the real star of the stream. The final impact we get every single stream. I'm not even going to bother checking it properly because it's getting team pointed anywhere. Yeah, it does kind of look like an old Sega villain, doesn't he? In normal hard and very hard. Yeah. That was a very, very painful quest. We have to change the name to Graviton. Love the people giving this forgotten gem attention. The game and the story of how it was made is amazing. Used to play it on GameCube and Xbox way back. Oh, nice one. Welcome in, Tease, as well. Yeah, good to see you. Yeah, I've played PSO since GameCube, so I've been playing it about 20 years now, I think. It's easily my favourite game ever. I absolutely love PSO. And it is still really well supported as well, considering how old it is. Yeah, I mean, how many people are on at the moment? It's like 153 people on the American ship. There's only 12 on Japan, but it's probably because of the time zone. 18 on Europe, and then a few on the classic ship as well, so... You just started playing PSO episode 1 and 2 again for GameCube. Oh, nice one. It's good to see people getting back into PSO as well. But do you still play PSO now then, Tease? Do you play on Blueburst or anything like that, or...? I've been watching the videos. Oh, cool. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, hopefully they're useful. I think some of the class guides are probably better than others just because I'm more familiar with them, but hopefully you find them useful anyway. Oh, you're playing Ephinea. Oh, nice one. Yeah, I don't mind doing another TTF if you want. Yeah, sounds good. We need to get that red ring drop, obviously. Is any relation to the enemies and Altered Beast and Genesis? It doesn't say in the game, but I think it probably is a little like Easter egg calling the cave enemies Altered Beasts. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. I just want the milk tray. Yeah, if there's free chocolate going anywhere, I'm that. So we do have one more slot free if anyone wants to join in. Password will be stream, and we're just on Limerace Block 2 if anyone wants in. We'll probably start the quest soon, so if you want to get in, try and get in as soon as you can, but it is open for now. Quit playing New Genesis, but you never stop playing the OG. It's just so good. Yeah, I mean, I do play New Genesis. I mean, I am an NGS content creator for on Sega's site, but for me, as much as I like New Genesis in terms of the combat, the story is kind of abysmal, I think. I really don't enjoy the NGS story at all. And I do have a lot of issues with NGS at the moment. But I do enjoy it as a game to just, log on to for an hour and kill a bit of time with. It doesn't come close to PSO for me, personally. Oh, thanks for the sub, Kidanima. I thought of it, Sega is awesome, PSO is so underrated. Oh, definitely. Oh, hi, Zell. Oh, hi, Doom, no joke. Yeah, I love reading into how PSO was conceived as well. It's really, really interesting when you read up about it. The fact that it was going to be a completely different game originally. Obviously, we've got three. I was going to say 3 ranges now, but we've got a Hugh Cass as well, haven't we? Yeah, so it's quite a nice mix, actually, yeah. Met you saying Odin too. Yesterday was your first time finding out about Blueburst. Didn't know it was a thing until you started watching the videos. Oh, cool. Yeah, obviously, long time since the official servers have closed, but it's still really, really well supported. There's several private servers as well, so don't feel you have to play on Ephinea. Just I personally, in my opinion, feel Ephinea is the best one. Just because it feels, to me, it feels the closest to the official servers. There are differences, but it does feel kind of close. You know nothing about the history. Yeah, go and look it up. So it's basically, when it was originally sort of conceived, the original concept for the game, it was going to be, from what I've read, it was kind of going to be like a survival game to an extent, kind of like a desert island game. And then I can't remember what triggered it now, but there was something happened, and they basically decided that they wanted to reconfigure it into a Phantasy Star game. Seems to remember that it was some concept art that one of the artists did for the dragon. So Satoshi Sakai, who was one of the guys in the PSO team, he did a sketch of the dragon. He did a sketch of the dragon, and from that they determined that, yeah, we should probably try and make this Phantasy Star linked. Yeah, I can't remember his name now, and I know who you mean. It was I think he was the chairman of Sega at the time, and he basically poured tons of his own money into the game. Yeah, I will do, Minsk. So obviously I'm doing all the class guides at the moment, but I do want to do a video about like how it all started and everything. But yeah, like the amount of money that got poured into Sega. It was basically for the Dreamcast, but because PSO was one of the first online console games. Because it was one of the first console games, there was a lot of obstacles they had to overcome with it. And basically money just got poured into trying to make it work, to the point where the guy actually paid for, I think it was only in Japan, this, from what I remember, but this chairman, he actually paid for everyone to get free internet access to be able to hook their Dreamcasts up so they could experience it. It was multiple millions and millions of dollars that he poured into this. It was insane how much money he poured into it just to make sure it succeeded. Yeah, it was 1 year. Yeah, so he basically paid everyone who bought a Dreamcast or PSO. Basically paid their internet for a year. It's insane when you read about it. It would never happen now. Oh yeah, he's definitely an absolute legend. You know, without him, we probably wouldn't have had this. Yeah, it's totally different now. You know, I mean, to be honest, all the news I've heard about gaming industry lately has been terrible. You know, the amount of job layoffs there's been recently in different companies, it's been awful. Yeah, I mean, this was obviously back in the day where everyone had pretty much dial-up for the most part. Yeah, that didn't last long. Oh, your first introduction of Fantasy Star was episode 3. Yeah, that's a very odd place to come in at. Oh, Min's got the best rag. I'm on a mate. Yeah, episode 3 is certainly a wild place to come into the series at. I mean, I've done a video on episode 3, but I genuinely do really like episode 3. I think it is a very good game overall, and I think it gets a lot of unfair criticism, but that is a interesting place to start out at. Yeah, I agree, Tease. It's just been horrible listening to all the news about all the layoffs and everything recently, and just, you know, companies just throwing studios under the bus, basically. one of those things like, who asked for this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is an episode 3 private server, so maybe at some point for a stream, if I can get it all working okay, I can maybe do an episode 3 stream. That might be interesting. Especially if I can transfer my GameCube saves over as well, because I've got a decent save on there as well. So maybe an option for another stream. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're on the way to a crash. I mean, it certainly doesn't seem like we're on a good path at the minute. Part of me wonders if this is all fallout from, you know, recovery from the pandemic, because I suppose a lot of costs were saved during the pandemic from, you know, a lot of games getting delayed and so on, potentially. And, you know, people have been allowed to work from home and everything. And whether those costs are catching up with the companies now and they're now deciding it's not worth it, I don't know. But it just seems like every time you hear about gaming companies on the news at the moment, it's bad news. People losing their jobs or games getting cancelled. You'd make a spiritual sequel to PSO. It still amazes me that Sega haven't just made a remaster of this yet. But I suppose I can kind of see why they wouldn't. Because I suppose if you do that, it's going to take players away from NGS. This is the Volop stream, this. So we've done it about 3 times this stream. Yeah, I've seen what they've been doing with, like, particularly with Mortal Kombat. I mean, I haven't really played one since. I think MKX was the last one I played. But there seems to be tons of microtransactions in it now, which I'm just not interested in at all. Then you get games like Duke Nukem Forever. The thing is, like, Duke Nukem Forever was, I mean, yeah, I don't know how that ever actually released, because the amount of times that got delayed or cancelled was insane. I mean, to be fair, you can probably see why it was cancelled, but... I was hoping the glide ability would be ready, but it's not ready yet. Oh, DNF, was that the Arc System Works fighting game? I love Guilty Gear, but yeah, I don't know, DNF never really hooked me. I've never played it, but it just, I know, never really interested in picking it up. Oh, Duke Nukem Forever. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking of DNF Duel. Game aside, been a good while ago. We wanted more gamers. Now, more gamers came in, but ruined everything with mobile games and microtransactions. Yeah, I mean, I suppose Phantasy Star's gone that route to an extent as well, with, you know, obviously NGS has a lot of, you know, that kind of thing in it. I mean, the good thing about NGS, I suppose, is that you can play NGS perfectly fine for free. You can get away with playing it, no problem. But there is obviously the arc scratches and the premium and stuff if you want to buy it. I'm not defending it by any means, but I think that it's probably one of the better examples of a what you call a freemium game, I guess. You can pretty much do anything you want in the game for free. It's just that you will have a better experience if you do premium. Ephinea freemium. Yeah, I mean, I would hope that Ephinea stays free. On that note, though, if you do want to donate to Ephinea, there is a link on the webpage if you want to donate to like the upkeep costs or anything that is there. So I suppose I should probably mention that considering how much I've played the game. And that is a Gearbolg, which I am not interested in the slightest. Oh, that's a hit though, 5% hit. Yeah, shooters do seem to be the new thing, don't it? It's one genre I've never really been into that much. I think the only sort of shooter I ever really put any time into was... I used to play a lot of Unreal Tournament back in the day, and I mean, like, the old school Unreal Tournament. That and Quake 3 Arena. I played quite a bit when I was a kid, but, yeah. It's one genre I've never really got into much. Looks like hits back on the menu, boys. Yeah, all 5% of it. I mean, yeah, I'll go to 15 after checking, but I'm probably not going to use a 15% hit Gearbolg, probably. I might keep it, though, for my Huka Seal, to be honest. It might be useful for her getting through the early difficulties, I guess, but it's still junk. Yeah, the music's amazing in PSO. I think I mentioned this last stream as well. I think we were talking about it, but the way that the False music sort of transitions from the really peaceful music with a little bit of like unsettling static in the background to then transition into this is one of the best sort of changes in the game, I think. I love how it's presented. I also realised something very recently as well. All these faces that are on the floor during the False fight, I know it's obviously meant to be Pioneer 1. But what I didn't realise is there's a room in Ruins 1 where you can like look out through a window and see all of the ruins area. And what I didn't realise is that on the walls in that area, there's actually more faces. So it gives you actually a hint of what's happened there. And I never realised that until very recently. I don't know if it's in normal hard and very hard, but in ultimate there is like outlines of faces on the wall. One day I will remember what Fault is weak to. Does he still one-hit me? He still kills me easily with Rabata. The swipe, I don't know yet, because last time we did it, we actually killed him before the swipe hit me. The Divine Punishment I can survive, though, which is great news. The Rabata is so cheap, man. Yeah, just keep spamming it. That's fine. I will say, as much as I love PSO, I really, really don't like this phase of the False fight. Yeah, that's it. Just keep spamming Divine Punishment. That's fine. General consensus is that CCA has the most chill fight music. Yeah, the CCA music's incredible. Actually, I really like the Seabed music as well. And Ruins in episode 1, I think, is probably one of my favourite tracks in the game. Best mag build for a female ranger. So honestly, you could probably get by with just a generic power mag. So probably go for something like 5 defense, 145 power, 50 dex, no mind. You can always substitute out some of the power for a bit of mind as well if you want to, if you're going with a Ramal. Title music always makes you smile. Yeah, it's a really memorable tune, that. I think it's obviously associated so much with just logging in to play hours and hours of PSO. Right, here we go. You're gonna slap? They're gonna steal my soul like you do every stream. Actually didn't take my soul for a change, which is really, really nice. Normally, every single time it does the soul steal, it takes mine. I'm not going to nuke because I might almost kill you instantly. Right, here we go. Slap time. Go on, do it. I can survive the slap. With that. That is only with a heavenly HP, though, to be fair. Yeah, the intro of episode 1 and 2 is really, really good as well. Oh, the mega double kill. Yeah, I really like that, how it just like rotates through all the different classes and gives you a little preview of each of them in the intro. It's a really, really cool intro. Ah, there we go. That didn't go too badly. It's just that second phase, that's the problem. Even with a Q freeze, if you get hit by more than one of the Rabatas, it's just over. In order to get the rare mag, you need to have balanced stats. Yeah, so you do need them. I do have a mag guide on my channel, actually, Kid Anime, so you might want to check that out if you're interested. But generally, you'll have a sort of an equation that you need to match for the stats. So what you could do is, say if it was like defense and dex, or defense plus dex equals power plus mind, what you can do is you could go with 5 defense, and just as an example, 45 dex, so that would equal 50, and then go with 50 power, and that would give you the requirement. And then once you've got the rare mag, then you can just level what you want then. Don't feel you have to go for a rare mag though. I mean, obviously there are things like mag cells as well that you can go for, so... You survived it with 56 HP. I like how you decided to tank it. Yeah, don't feel that you have to go for a rare mag. I mean, obviously they do look cool, but you can go with things like mag cell mags, so don't feel it's the only option. There is also, if you're playing on Ephinea, if you look at the Ephinea wiki, there are class guides for each of the classes, and on those it actually recommends mag stat distributions. Now, they are very much endgame ones, so they are designed to max as many stats as possible and give you, the best possible stats at 200. They generally require a lot of other work as well, though, so quite often you will need a lot of units and shields and things like that to meet those stats. So just be aware of that. It depends on the class you're playing as well. Some are a lot easier to max than others. Don't play Huni well if you're trying to max stats. Yes, Sato is definitely one of the most popular mags, definitely. I can see why, though. I mean, Sato's really cute. I normally go with either Sato or Rati. 15 hit gearboard. What a beast. Duari's really, really cool looking as well, yeah. Yeah, that's one of the great things about Sato. Nidra is the same actually as well, so Nidra has invulnerability for basically every trigger as well. So it is just very, very useful sometimes. Yeah, I think Minsk's using a Duari at the minute actually. Oh, you like the tail mags? Yeah, I like the Panther's Tail and the Devil Tail. Seems to remember Devil Tail being a real pain to get. I can't which way around it is now. I think for one of the Devil mags, I think you have to use 2 cells. I think you use one of them to get one of the Devil mags. I can't remember if it's Devil Wings or Devil Tail, and then you use another one to get the other one. I can't which way around it is though. Been a long time since I've used one of those mags. I know the Panther Tail is really annoying to get as well, because you have to use it on a specific mag. I think you have to use a Naga, which is not the particularly easiest mag to get, so you have to get a Naga mag just so you can turn it into a Panther Tail. Oh, I got 3 HP mats. Yeah, I've had a few recently. For some reason, this character seems to find tons of them. Mag, Devil Wing, Devil Tail. Yeah, okay. I think probably got enough time for maybe one more shorter run, maybe. So if anyone has any recommendations for anything they want to go for, ideally for a slightly shorter quest. Yeah, so you get it from a Christmas present. So you have to find the seasonal Rappy to get a Christmas present. And then you need to hope you get a Heart of Devil. And then hope you find another one. Yeah, it's not particularly easy to get. So the rare mags, they don't necessarily have special abilities. Some of them have slightly better triggers, so ones like Sardo or Nidra do trigger invincibility quite a lot, but they don't necessarily have special abilities. The only exception to that I can think of is there's a couple of the Blue Burst mag cell mags that do special things. So the Striker unit has an interaction with the, I think it has an interaction with the Heaven Striker, which lets it do Divine Punishment as a special. And I think the Chalusis mag has some kind of boost with Excalibur. I think it's an attack speed increase, but it's not worth using it for that increase. But apart from that, though, generally there's nothing really special about them. They just look cool. Just make sure, though, if you are focusing on power, just make sure that you have got enough dex to actually hit things as well. And obviously be aware that you can always make another mag later on as well. So if you're not happy with it later on, you can always switch it up and raise another mag. You're not sure what to run besides TTF, it's fast. What's on the boost road at the moment? Is there any shorter quests on that we could do? I haven't checked the website at the moment. Let's have a look. So, Lost Heat Swords on the boost road. Does anyone have a good drop from Tolors? I know the red rear drop is red. I think it's Red Saber, which is not great. So yeah, we could do Lost Heat Sword. I think Viridia was that the 1975 Agito that drops from them. Yours is Lavis. Okay. I mean, do you want to go for Lavis? One of our chat members did get a Lavis last week or the week before, so we can always get another one. I know the drop is absolutely awful on Lavis, but I'm just thinking, Heat Sword's in the boost road anyway. Why not? Yeah, get another Lavis, no big deal. So yeah, if you want to make a game, Zale, yeah, we can join in and try and help you get a Lavis. It is technically possible. Yeah, just a casual Lavis. Isao Kao. Oh, okay, yeah, that name does ring a bell, actually, yeah. Yeah, absolute legend. Yeah, I suppose that's the other thing to consider about mags, isn't it? Just making sure you get the right photon blasts. I would say, make sure you don't get Fowler, but I kind of feel I'm duty bound to rep Fowler now. Yeah, I do need to do a video. I planned on doing a video of sort of Easter eggs in PSO. Not the actual Easter egg drops, just to confuse matters, but like hidden things in PSO. So I wouldn't mind doing that at some point. Same for Flowering as well. The only problem is for Recore, we need someone who's got either a Dark Flow, Dark Meteor, or Dark Bridge. Which I do not have. I mean, yeah, I could do it on Sandbox, I guess, but... Flowering's a lot easier because you can just use a red weapon. For anyone who doesn't know, you can make I think it's meant to be Recall Flowering's Soul. You can get them to appear after you've defeated Fault or Olga Floor. If you hit them with certain weapons. mean, it's not going to be difficult doing Lost Heat Sword, but why not? It's a nice, quick quest anyway. It's on the boost road. We can get Lavis from it. Seeing 4 players in Forest 1 gives you a pang of nostalgia. It's nice coming back to Forest every now and again. This quest's quite nostalgic for me anyway, because I used to run this a lot on the Sega servers. Because one of my team on Sega, they hunted the Lavis, so... Yeah, it's nice, isn't it, seeing that the challenge mode uses the Ultimate Forest appearance. So just for anyone who didn't see the start of the stream, so we are planning on doing a challenge mode stream next week. It was meant to be this week, but there's a few things that fell through, so we're just going to try and reschedule it for next week. So if you're interested in seeing some challenge mode and seeing us maybe do amazing, maybe do terrible, who knows? Is that free tri-fluid? And yeah, I agree, Tease. I think if we're going to remaster it, this art style kind of needs to be the way to do it. By the way, if you're hunting Tolors, there's some more here, actually. I don't know if anyone ever remembers this, but there is actually some Tolors in this laser fence here. If I am remembering my quest correctly. I'm pretty sure there is a spawn that pops up here. Yeah, there we go. Again, ways to know you've played too much PSO. Would you say the game's cel-shaded? I would probably say no, personally. I think it's just it's more of a cartoon style for sure, but I don't think it's necessarily cel-shaded. I think if they were going to change the style of PSO, I wouldn't be against it being cel-shaded, because I think it could look kind of cool if it's done tastefully. But honestly, I'd kind of just want them to stick to this style. Oh, there you go. So Draken just said there that there is actually cel-shading settings on Ephinea. So if you want to play PSO cel-shaded, you can. At this point, it's what doesn't Ephinea have? Apart from red ring drops for me. But does it look good? No idea. For me, I'm just happy leaving it as it is. It was a bit too much for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm far too familiar with how it looks normally, so I don't think I'd want to change it. Yeah, Wind Waker is very extreme. It's nice to actually do something a little bit more chill, actually. You know, after getting my backside handed to me in TTF and Lost Soul Blade constantly. Actually nice to have a little bit more laid back. Let's warp in some Sinnohs from mines. I've seen quite enough Sinnohs today. Oh, another level. perfectly honest, if AAA games use art style, I'd be fine with it. Obviously, better textures and such for the environments, but still. Yeah, I really, really like the art style of PSO. Obviously, it does look very, very dated. You know, the textures are obviously extremely low res. But, you know, it's an old game. I really don't care about how the textures look. As long as the game is fun and playable, I don't mind. You know, NGS looks nice, but I have more fun with this. No shade on NGS. I do still enjoy NGS, but this is always my #1 game. Is the Glide Divine now glued to your hand? Well, yeah, I mean, I need to keep it equipped, don't I? I do have other weapons with me, but, you know... What if I switch weapon, I lose my free TP refill? I ain't got money to be burning tri-fluids. Speaking of which, is it ready yet? No. I always forget there's a spawn in here. I should probably try and get her a magical piece at some point as well, just to boost some of her other techniques as well. Yeah, this is the coffee and mince quest to finish. Yeah, I think the false fight, I'm assuming it... Well, I mean, you assume it's deep inside the ruins somewhere, but it does seem strange that there's just like a random memorial in there. Well, I suppose it is an illusion that a false creates, maybe. But I don't think it's really explained where exactly it is. I think you're just meant to assume it's whatever's left of Pioneer 1. Yeah, in the opening you see like the silhouette of False, don't you, when it does the explosion? Yeah, see, base player asking the real questions there. How do they fit an entire mountain range for the Silver Dragon fight underneath the central dome? Draken's getting all the res today. Well, in this quest, anyway. As for whether any of them are any good, I've got no idea. I'm not going to trust using the glide divine ability there because I know if I tried using it there, I'd just get punched by a hill delta immediately and get killed. Oh, I got a lesion. You're learning a metal cover of the Gold Dragon fight music on guitar. You're not a bass player anymore, you just didn't want to change your login name. My world is shattered. Oh, I got excited there because I heard a rare drop. There's a custom ray on the ground somewhere. Ah, it's on the warp up here. Now that'd be really cool to hear that though. Gold Dragon music's really cool actually. Okay, now I can switch from the glide. Yeah, I tried playing bass many, many years ago when I think I was still in school at the time, and I was absolutely hopeless at it. I am not musically gifted at all. See HP material somewhere. There it is. Oh, that's why your Discord name's different. I never even thought of that. I mean, obviously I knew your Discord name was different, but I didn't know that was why. Do you prefer just playing guitar then rather than bass? I actually feel a bit sorry for the Silver Dragon, really. Poor guy. Threw all your money at the dragon. I think that's what most hunters and rangers do on the dragon. Yeah, guitarist first, played bass for about 3 years when you made the login. Yeah, I saw one or two of your videos on your channel. Then you went back to guitar. Yeah, I listen to a lot of metal myself as well, so yeah, I'm all for metal. I think we got a decent haul today, you know. V101 in particular being definite highlight of the stream. Oh, what percentages does this have? Oh, you got a Gladius. So it's basically the same thing. Wow. Okay, so we were actually in a band originally then. I'm sorry to hear about the stage anxiety though. That must suck. Prog metal is the only thing that keeps you busy listening because of ADHD. And the only sort of prog I really listen to is I used to listen to a lot of Dream Theater. Oh, you did get a level up today. Oh, cool. Yeah, at that level, it takes ages to get anywhere. So, yeah, congrats on that. To be honest, I know quite a few people. Quite a lot of my friends have either. Well, I've got a couple of friends who have ADHD, definitely. Yeah, it just does seem to be quite a common thing now. I'm not sure how many people are actually affected by it now, but I seem to kind of a lot of people who have it. Oh, you like Dream Theater as well? Oh, cool. I'm not as much a big fan of their more recent stuff. Once I think once Portnoy left the band, I wasn't a huge fan of the stuff they did with Mangini, but I know Portnoy's rejoined, so I might start listening to them again. I should probably still check out some of their more recent stuff though. We haven't given it a fair shake really. Oh, you got diagnosed recently, Tease? That was really fun. I know it wasn't the challenge mode stream that we originally intended on, but I think it was still really worth doing. And to be fair, got a V101 out of it. Can't really complain. But I think I'll probably end the stream there for today. I know it's just been PSO today, but hopefully you've enjoyed it enough anyway. I hit the Phonium clothing. I'm not a big lover of how Phoniums look. I'm not the biggest fan of the design. What's that band called, Best Player? I might have heard of it, but I've forgotten the name of one of the bands he was in. Like them more in PS0. Yeah, I'll have to check. I'm just not a huge fan of the Jester aesthetic on Phonium. As I say, on Phonium, I can get away with it, but not so much on Phonium. Winery Dogs. I'll have to look into that. Tesseract, Periphery, and Monuments for a cup of tea. A sugar adjacent. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of Tesseract and Periphery, but I haven't actually heard any of their stuff, so I'll have to give them a listen, see what it's like. Yeah, Phoniums, yeah, I just can't get away with the design at all. It's the one class I just cannot get used to the look of. I tried to make one in the character creator for the video, and I could not get one I was happy with. The new up-and-coming fashion. God, I hope not. I've never really followed fashion anywhere, so that, yeah. People can go with that if they want to. I'll sit back and watch. Yeah, I think we'll end the stream there for today. So plan is, so next week, NGS video midweek, and another PSO character guide on the weekends. So that should be Humor. And then Sunday, all things being good, we should hopefully be doing the challenge mode stream. Hi, Clark's back. You okay? So yeah, hopefully we'll do the challenge mode stream next week. Try and get through some more caves. Either episode 1 or episode 2 challenge mode, but we'll probably consider episode 1, considering we've been doing a little bit of it anyway. Fun stream. Oh, thanks, Sil. Thanks for your content, man. I'm going to go watch your 4 new video. Yeah, hopefully it's okay. As I said earlier, it is the class I've got the least experience in, so it's probably not the best class guide for it, but it's there. Yeah, hopefully see you guys next Sunday for another stream for challenge mode. And yeah, just keep an eye on the channel during the week. As usual, if you've enjoyed anything, any videos or the stream or anything, please consider liking or subscribing. You can also, again, join as a member if you want to as well. Just click join underneath the video anywhere on the channel. But yeah, hope to see you guys next week, and have a good week, and I'll see you next weekend. See you guys.